Pasco County Mosquito Control District. Today is November the 12th. It's 9 a.m. sharp. Join me in Pledge of Allegiance. Randy, the veteran, if you would lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Evans here.
Cox here.
Abbott here.
Executive Director Rogers present.
Approval of the agenda, Mr. Chairman.
So moved. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next on the agenda, we have the consent agenda. Any discussion?
Move for approval.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And we have from the United States of America, Amanda Weaver today.
The people of the United States. I just feel like I might go over 3 minutes, so I just wanted to be sure I was in there. Then first, I do want to thank the district. At the November 4th workshop, it was brought to the district and board's attention that the public comment rules were unconstitutional. Those rules have since been changed, and I truly hope this marks the start of a new era of ethical conduct, the kind the board should consistently uphold as representatives of both the district and the citizens of Pasco. Moving forward, I hope we also see an end to certain behaviors that have no place in these meetings. No more glaring down at citizens when discussing public records requests or calling them out by name. No more smirks or visible satisfaction when a member of the public stands here and uses that moment to personally attack another citizen, while others who speak critically or personally attack the board are warned or silenced. That kind of inconsistency is unacceptable and it erodes trust. And no more inappropriate comments such as the remark about buying testicles on Amazon in response to anonymous complaint from a citizen in any other setting that might get a laugh, even from me, but in this room during a public meeting from a board member, it comes across as intimidation, it comes across as unprofessional, and is entirely uncalled for. Comments like that discourage citizens from speaking up and create a fear of retaliation. That is not leadership, and it's not representative of the respect our community deserves. You represent us, the citizens of Pasco, as well as the district itself. Your behavior should reflect that responsibility, at the very least meeting legal standards and ideally striving for ethical ones as well. Now, on a positive note, I'd like to extend some appreciation to the district regarding a recent private meeting and records request I had last week. We communicated, exchanged ideas, and worked through questions together, and I hope to see some of those ideas implemented soon. That's what real transparency looks like. That kind of genuine communication is exactly what fosters trust and collaboration. Unfortunately, that level of openness hasn't been presented in board meetings. In September alone, in over 5 meetings, 15 citizens spoke, asking 35 questions or expressing concerns. 35. The only individual whose questions were addressed was a former employee, the same one who previously attacked another citizen. Those who offered criticism were ignored. However, I want to publicly acknowledge that when I went directly to the district, I was not ignored. That tells me that issue isn't necessarily with the district itself, but rather with the lack of transparency and responsiveness from the board, and that needs to change. Finally, I'd like to make a constructive suggestion. Many citizens cannot attend meetings due to work or family obligations, but they still want to participate. I propose that the board and district consider creating a process for citizens to submit public comments or questions by email to be read out loud at the next meeting, or at minimum, summarized in the official meeting's minutes. This would ensure every citizen has a voice, even if they can't physically be present, and it would strengthen transparency and engagement between the board and the community. Thank you.
Okay, we have Kathy Julian. We have Pasco Watch, correct?
Well, I don't come here representing them, I
Oh,
come
you
here
don't?
as myself.
On
But,
yourself.
well, I don't know, it's a company I own.
Okay.
So, anyway, I'm going to read to you what I had prepared for the legislative delegation. I didn't get a chance to get all the way through it. I'm here to ask you not to run the proposed bill for the Pasco County Mosquito Control District, and instead to consider filing a bill to disband the district altogether. As a taxpayer, I am deeply offended by their continued misuse of public funds and lack of accountability. The district has had serious financial reporting errors, and yet I keep hearing the argument from elected officials that they shouldn't be part of the county because we don't want them as a line item. That's not a reason, that's an excuse. The sheriff's department, which manages a massive portion of the county budget, is a line item. Why should the mosquito control district be any different? The only people benefiting from their independence are the lobbyists who would lose a client if they were merged to the county. This organization came upon my radar in 2021 during the Pasco County Citizens Academy. The director proudly mentioned their purchase of 2 helicopters costing $4 million each, even though their budgeted revenue at the time was around $8 million. That alone was alarming. Today, the executive director earns one of the highest salaries in the county, despite limited experience. She even listed herself as CFO on state filings. Under her watch, they've had to hold a 3rd budget meeting 2 out of the last 3 years, something unheard of for a competent financial leader. An $18 million deficit budget was even filed with the state, a massive error. On top of that, her compensation includes PTO accruals and severance packages that appear to violate Florida statutes. For the past 3 years, she and senior staff have boosted their pay by cashing in 120 hours of unused PTO annually. Meanwhile, the district's tax revenue has increased by nearly 50% since 2021, with no clear oversight. The organization should be audited by the Florida Doge, something that our legislators have told me they will be requesting. Beyond the finances, the unprofessional behavior at board meeting is astonishing. A commissioner once floated the idea of suing me for slander, a blatant attempt to silence a taxpayer's free speech. The board's own meeting agendas include statements that contradict the Constitution, limiting public comment. Employees have even harassed and threatened taxpayers online, and the district deletes public comments it disagrees with. All of this is funded by taxpayer money. I've also personally witnessed bullying and intimidation in public meetings, where the board allows individuals with violent histories to harass attendees in clear violation of their own public comment rules. This organization has demonstrated repeated financial mismanagement, legal violations, and a toxic culture of unprofessionalism. It's time to stop protecting them and start protecting taxpayers. Thank you.
All right, new business we have is audit firm discussion, request for proposal. Adrian?
You all received some information via email from Finance Director Brunt, who is not in the room.
I think he was asked to go prepare some numbers, so he'll be back.
He'll be right back.
Okay.
Let's jump over to board meeting plan then.
Okay, we will come back to this.
Okay.
We need to schedule our board meetings for the 2026 calendar year. Right now, we just have them scheduled through the end of this year, so we need to take a look at calendars. Our goal, as this previous year, is to shoot for the 3rd Tuesday of the month. However, you know, if there is a holiday or we have a conference or prior scheduled travel planned during those times, then we adjust accordingly. And lastly, the month of September, we cannot choose as right now. As you all, a reminder, we have to wait until we get a little bit closer to that time for the VOCC and the school board to schedule their budget hearings prior to the district scheduling our budget hearings, and so that will remain to be determined at this point. However, we can schedule the remaining 11 months of the year. So if you could take your calendars out, you have some proposed dates for us all to look at as we move through that. Edwin, skip ahead to that. I can't. One more. There we go. Okay, so for the month of January, we do have Martin Luther King holiday on the Monday before what would be the 3rd Tuesday of the month. So in lieu of that, instead of Tuesday for January, the 21st would be preferred. Do you all have availability on Wednesday, January 21st
Yes.
for 9 a.m. board meeting?
Just want to say, please sit. I'm leaving on the air.
Just a second. I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm sorry, that was, I'm good, Chairman?
Good for everybody, yeah.
Okay, so we'll do January 21st. For February, Same thing happens on the third Tuesday of the month. There is holiday that week. But, you know, we could look at either that or we could go the preceding month, week. So either what do we have up there? 17th or the 12th. If neither of those days work for you, I would prefer we not look at the 10th or 11th. We can't close out the purchasing cards until the 5th of the month, so that one makes it a little tight if we're trying to turn it around by, which is Thursday, that in February, if we're trying to turn it around for a board meeting on the 10th, that's gonna be
I'll be
tough
out
to
of
close
town
out.
the 14th through the 21st.
14th through the 21st, okay. How about the 12th or the 13th?
Prefer the 12th, so.
And the 12th works for me.
12th is good.
Okay, we'll do February 12th, and then for the month of March, the third Tuesday of the month is the 17th. How does that look for everyone?
St. Patrick's Day.
Indeed it is.
It's fine with me.
That's fine. Good.
Chairman, good? Okay, we'll do March 17th, 2026. Flip over to April. The third Tuesday of the month is the 21st. Does that all work for everyone?
Good for me.
Works for me. Good.
April 21st, we will move forward with, and then moving on to May. The third Tuesday of the month is the 19th. How does that look for everyone?
Works for me.
Does not for me.
Okay, about the following day, Wednesday, the 20th.
Wednesday's fine.
I'm good.
May 20th work for everyone?
Yep. 20th, yes.
Okay, we'll go with May 20th. For the month of June, do have several things on the calendar that month, so instead of the third, oh, no, that actually is the third Tuesday, I apologize. So the third Tuesday of the month is the 16th. Would that work for everyone?
Works for me.
It's good.
June
I'm good.
16th?
Yep.
Okay. July. The third Tuesday of the month is the 21st. How's that look?
Works for me.
I'm good.
Good.
July 21st it is. August, third Tuesday of the month is August 18th. Does that work for everyone?
Works for me.
I'm good.
Good.
Okay, August 18th. Month of September has yet to be determined. October, third Tuesday of the month is the 20th. How does that look?
Works for me.
Good.
Just a sec.
Down on that one.
October, would you say it was 20th?
Yes, October 20th is the
Okay,
third
that's
Tuesday.
good, yeah.
Okay, October 20th, 2026. For November, we could not find the FMCA meetings dates online, but it's usually the week prior to Thanksgiving. So it looks like the 10th right now, which is the second Tuesday of the month instead of the third, because I think we'll be at FMCA then.
Day before Veterans Day.
The day before Veterans Day instead of the day after like this year.
That'll work.
The 10th work for everyone?
Yep.
Okay, November
Yes.
10th. December, the third Tuesday of the month is the 15th. How does that date look?
Good for me.
Works for me. December, what again?
December 15th, 2026.
My last day. There you go. Got it.
Okay, December 15th it is. And then, as we get closer to the summer months, we'll be able to plan our budget hearings and the September board meeting. So after today's meeting, we will get these on the schedule. We'll send out calendar invites for each of you, and we will post it as appropriately where we need to.
Very good.
Thank you for taking a look at your calendars.
We got through that quick. All right, let's go back to the audit firm. Request for proposal. Go ahead, Adrian, it's all yours.
Okay, thank you, sir. So as I was stating that you all should have received some information on the process for obtaining new auditing services for the district's annual audit. And as you would have seen going through it, it is, a process is a little unlike what we have done for all of our other solicitations as statutorily defined. We have to create a committee that cannot consist of district staff. And so our finance director, Ms. Front, is here to go over additional details and answer any questions that you might have, and if you want to move that process forward.
All right, so good morning. As Executive Director stated, we need a committee to move forward with the solicitation of a new firm. This committee can be of all commissioners and or public, but it needs to be at least 3 members, none of which could be employed in any capacity by the district. Now, the committee, once it's formed, they could request an employee to be a consulting type with this committee, and that is the route that our legal team has told me that we should go with. So if we want to move forward, the first thing is to go ahead and establish that committee. The second step would be to assign an employee to serve as consultant and get the RFP and everything else going, and then move forward with that. But there is no decision making, there is no input, there's nothing can happen from the staff. And any meeting regarding the auditing firm is a sunshine, so it has to be conducted in public, whether commissioners are in the commission or not.
Okay.
Do you have a recommendation?
My recommendation would be the board serves as the commission, and then I prefer I to be the consulting employee for the district.
I agree. Can all commissioners be on the board? Or?
Yes.
That's typically how this process is done for small boards, and because regardless of whether all 3 commissioners are on it or not, it has to be a sunshine meeting anyways. So these will be publicly noticed meetings that are held in open forum, and so it makes sense for the 3 of you all to serve on it. And we do have district council on the line if you have further questions that Jose and I can't answer.
When are we talking about doing this?
If we wanted to have a new auditing firm by next year's or last fiscal years, then we need to get going rather soon. So as soon as
Like before the end of this year, or are we talking early next year?
well, we need to get the process going because our audit usually is in June. It ends in June, so we need to, and council might have better ideas the time of it. But I know that when we last spoke, she said that we needed to get going if we wanted to do it for this fiscal year, or last fiscal year.
Yeah, and we've talked about it at prior board meetings, and it is a lengthy process, and because we are already in a new fiscal year, we've already closed out, and we've had the inventory performed as required for the end of the fiscal year, so that's already been done, which can transfer to a new firm if that's the route that this goes. However, we really do need to be working on this as soon as we can, so that we get, hopefully get another auditing firm in place for completion of what we're statutorily required to do, in terms of getting that audit. We have a deadline for getting that audit completed for the prior fiscal year, and so it should happen very soon.
How many again need to be on the committee?
At least 3.
So us 3 and you as a consultant?
Correct. That is the recommendation. I wouldn't be up.
He would not serve as a committee member, it would be
Right, he'd just be
the board.
Right.
Yes.
hanging out.
I'll just provide whatever information you need
Sure.
to help you
Right.
guide.
He's the do boy. Go do
Yes.
this, go do that.
Correct.
So we're talking about a meeting to get together criteria, another meeting or
after we've already solicited to go through everything and possibly a third meeting maybe? I'm just trying to get an idea how many meetings this would entail.
So once we have the process document ready to go, based on the guidance that the consultant, whomever you choose to do that, if you are in fact what comprises the committee, once we have the process document ready to go, we put the solicitation out, it's out for the prescribed number of days, and then we receive submittals. So there will be a process where you have to meet to review the submittals and make a selection, yes. So it could be a couple of meetings that we'll have to hold throughout the process.
Mr. Chair, can I just talk
Sure.
real quickly? So really,
Go ahead,
it
Council.
should be it's two meetings, really. The first meeting would be when you tell staff what criteria you want to use for the procurement. And then we can go back and we can, like, Jose can actually have a draft, like instructions for bidders for you guys to look at. And then, that gets approved, that can get released. And then your next meeting would be once the, proposals are opened, and then you do an evaluation. The audit selection committee, makes a recommendation and rates the proposals. And then at a governing board meeting is when the governing board would select who the auditor, should be, and then staff can negotiate the contract. The contract, would then come back to the board for approval. So we can do the last two tasks in regularly scheduled board meetings, but there are going to be two meetings for you to have to, meet as the audit selection committee.
And what is the length of this contract? Can we say you're it for the next 3 years, or, you know, once we hire this contracting firm, or is this a requirement annually for us to go through this process?
It's not an annual process.
It's been like 30 years since the district did this.
Right, we've
So,
had
okay.
this auditing firm that we're using now prior to me being here.
Right.
So the answer to the question is, if we were to look for another auditing firm, that's when it will happen. Otherwise, we'll discontinue the contract.
Okay. So you're not signing it for a multi-year contract, it's an annual
Correct.
thing? Once we've decided, we can just keep re-upping, renewing their contract?
Correct.
Okay.
There's a letter of intent.
Okay.
We sign it.
And the RFP, you pretty much have it ready to go?
Yes, I've acquired a couple of copies that other districts have used, and legal has their own, so we'll merge it and make it our own.
Yeah. So, so Ms. Donaldson, you're saying that, you recommend the committee meet to discuss the RFP before it's released?
Commissioner Cox, that's actually required by law. The
Okay.
audit selection committee has to establish the factors that are going to be used. So, my thought would be we have a draft, RFP so that the audit selection committee could review it, make changes related to factors, and then approve it, and then we can publish it and move forward.
So how long do you think it's gonna take to prepare that?
I don't think that would take very long to, prepare that document.
So we're talking 2 weeks, the committee to meet?
Less than that,
Hmm?
a week.
A week, okay.
Just as a reminder, we have to notice the meeting in the newspaper and give 7 days notice, and it has to be also, noticed on the website. So it has to be newspaper notice and on the website, because it's a sunshine meeting.
Right,
Okay,
so
so 2 weeks.
if we were to get a notice into the newspaper for this week submission, and Lindsay, help me remember, Thursday,
Tomorrow.
Thursday by
To
2
get it
p.m.
Sunday.
is the deadline for the Tampa Bay Times to get something submitted in for the Sunday paper. Friday by 2 p.m. is for the Wednesday paper. So the earliest we could do anything, if you decide on who the committee is first today, and you wish to select a date, we could get something published in the newspaper on Sunday. If we move, get it submitted today, then the earliest we could meet would be the following Monday, so a week and
24th.
1 day. Yeah, what is today?
It'll be the 24th.
Thank you. The 24th.
So I nominate Jose to be our liaison.
I think you need to establish the committee first.
Right. So the three of us, unless they oppose.
Can I have a motion for that, please?
Well, let's discuss this first before.
It's fine with me.
All right.
It's fine. I mean,
Matt,
ultimately,
you're
we
good
have to
with it,
make a
I'll make the
decision.
motion and we can move on.
Yes. go ahead.
I make a motion, 3 commissioners, Abbott, Cox, and Evans, along with Jose Front as our liaison for the Pasco County Mosquito Control, be on this committee for selection of our new auditor. Did I get everything in there I needed to?
Sounded right.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, can we just say, create that the audit selection committee is established and consists of the 3 commissioners? Have that as the motion, and then we don't actually have to have a motion to have Jose be, to assist that committee. I just wanna make it clear that the board is only, or the committee is only the 3 board members.
All right, I'll amend my motion to the 3 commissioners, Abbott, Cox, and Evans, to be on the selection committee.
I thought that's what you said, but okay.
I added Jose, which I got my hands slapped.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, motion on the table, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. What else did you want to say, Randy?
I think Jose's it for our liaison for
Sounds great.
Pasco County Mosquito Control, since that is his bailiwick. He is the expert.
I agree with that.
Okay. Very good. That's a wrap up on that?
No,
Uh,
now you
Oh, we
need
gotta
to
set a
select
date.
a
Select a
date.
date.
Okay.
So the 24th was fine with me if we can get it noticed in time. And that's the Thanksgiving week, that's the Monday of Thanksgiving week.
Tuesday.
You want it Tuesday now?
Oh, what day again?
Monday, the 24th of November.
Oh,
Is the soonest.
That's, yeah, right.
Yeah,
It was the soonest.
Right.
Would anybody be opposed to doing it on Tuesday, 9 AM?
I'm fine with that,
I mean, I can't imagine it's not gonna take more than a half hour, even with me here.
Right, you already have the draft document
You're talking what day
prepared,
again
you
now?
just have to
25th.
set the
The
criteria.
25th is Tuesday, November 25th,
No.
9 AM.
Yeah, I'm booked at that time.
Would a different time work?
Wednesday is not good for me.
Well, how about 10 o'clock on the 25th?
I mean, that's fine with me. I could do 10 o'clock on Monday as well.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Whichever one you prefer.
I
I
don't
don't do
care.
it Monday and knock it out, or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Might as well get it on the street.
So November 25th at 10 AM,
November 24th.
24th, 10
Monday.
AM.
Okay.
What's the knocking?
So Monday, November 24th.
Monday, November 24th at 10 AM.
Yep, will you send out a calendar invite on that, please?
Yep. Yes, we will get that prepared and sent out to you all.
Finished up on that?
Uh,
Sounds like a yes.
Okay.
Let's go on to the employee handbook.
Regarding the new employee handbook, we are not yet ready to bring the full draft forward for final approval. At the board's workshop on November 4th, there was productive discussion and valuable guidance on several of the policies that were requiring substantive revisions. And district staff is working closely with district council to finalize some of that language based on your feedback and finalize the draft language to bring back to you. So we will present the revised handbook to the board for final review and approval at an upcoming meeting.
Okay. Very good. Sounds good. Adrian, you've got district report in operations today. Nick is out and about somewhere.
Doing it all. All right. In the 3 short weeks since our last meeting, district operations have continued onward. It's been an exceptionally dry period. Could you advance one for me, please? And as a result, we've seen a sharp decline in both service requests and trap counts compared to October of last year. As you all know, our region was greatly impacted by the second consecutive major hurricane that affected our region in early October of last year, and this hurricane season has been very different, and so trap counts and service requests are reflective of that. Next slide. As part of our Veterans Day observance, we took time this morning to recognize and thank our team members who have served in the military, whose courage, sacrifice, and commitment to something greater than themselves continue to inspire this organization and set the example for our staff and display qualities that they learned through their years of service and teamwork, leadership, commitment, and perseverance. And so we took some time this morning to present certificates of appreciation to our team members who have served in the armed forces, and a patriotic cupcake cake was shared in honor of that. So this morning, because we do have a member of our board who has previously served in the Coast Guard, I would like to take a moment and recognize Commissioner Evans and thank him for his dedication and service to our nation. So,
Thank you, it's my honor.
I do have a
Go ahead.
Do you-
Go
okay.
ahead.
Commissioner Evans, in
Yeah, smooth it
appreciation, that's, you don't have to, you know,
I will.
that's good.
I'm all right.
Super van.
Take it up.
Yes. Glen Old Trail.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
everything
I
you've done.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Maybe we can get the flag in the background too.
Ah, yes.
Over here.
Yeah, come
Right,
on,
I see it standing
Sure
over
don't
here.
want me in the background.
Yeah, no,
You can go to Canada, good job.
Straighten the
You get it?
certificate, get it perfect.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your sacrifice.
Yes.
Congratulations
My honor.
on both the Coast Guard and Homeland Security.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Alright, thank
The
you.
flags are still at half-mast today. Is that something else, or?
You don't half-mast the flag on Veterans Day, so it
Cheney, right?
someone just,
It
Probably
was,
for Vice President
Dick
Cheney,
Cheney's
oh,
passing.
could be, yeah.
Oh,
And it's through the 14th, I believe. I think it's through the 14th.
I see. Good.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, in other district business, thanks for me. Service requests, over the last month, we received 2 additional service requests, so here is the annual total that you see on the screen, 19th of the year. Next slide, please. One of our aircraft, November 517 Mike Charlie, has been down for a couple of weeks now for scheduled maintenance, and our aviation chief of maintenance, shown there in the picture, is busy working through those inspections. He's got much of the airframe apart and diligently working through inspecting all of the important components that are important for this scheduled maintenance on the aircraft. A few items have been identified during this inspection, as with prior inspections, components to be replaced, and under our existing maintenance plan, they are covered, so this program is once again proving that it is certainly worth the money that we're spending for that maintenance plan, because many of these items are being replaced at zero additional cost to the district, and so we are working through that. Once this ship is completed, we will be moving on to 518 Mike Charlie for its scheduled maintenance and inspection as well.
What's the total downtime for once
Because this is a longer, much more lengthy inspection than some of the others that we've had that were scheduled, this is the first time that our staff have had to do this one. It's based on calendar time, and so, so far it's been down, I think this is it was the last 2 weeks, so, anticipating maybe another week or two for this ship. The second ship will go a little bit quicker because, he knows exactly what he's looking for. It's very, methodical, and everything is step by step, going through the maintenance manuals and very meticulously inspecting every component on the aircraft, and that is required for this inspection, and so it is a lengthy one. That's why we started it as soon as we saw the trend in what was happening weather-wise. It's been so dry. The mosquito counts have been decreasing. What we're finding in terms of breeding is down slightly, and so we took advantage of that as we're going into our, dare I say, off-season for heavy spraying. And so, this is the time of year that we typically do this type of maintenance anyways. And so we actually coordinated it with some scheduled PTO for our aviation crew as well, and so it's
So how old are the aircraft now?
purchased in 21. Is it 21?
Jose would actually know. He's on top of all that stuff.
21, yes.
21.
Wow.
Okay, thank you, Jose.
So our old aircraft would be approaching 60 years old. Wow.
That's right.
Well, at least the Philippines is enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hope they can find the parts.
Well,
That's minor details.
Yeah.
we can find them, unfortunately, because a lot of them are coming from overseas. We've experienced some increase in fees related to tariffs for getting some of these component parts. So, so we have experienced some of that increase as well. Any other questions on that?
No.
Okay. This past Monday, I presented an update on behalf of the district at the Pasco County Legislative Delegation meeting. I highlighted our operational progress over the last year, our transparency efforts, and steps we've taken to address prior interests raised by the delegation. I also emphasized the evolving mosquito-borne disease landscape, particularly the increase in dengue across Florida over recent years, and the importance of continued support for our efforts and the science-based mosquito control that we do here, without letting misinformation distract us from the vital services that we provide for our residents and visitors.
We've got a lot of good information packed in 3 minutes, so very good. You got to the point quick.
Well,
Good.
being concise and informative is always my goal, so I'm glad I was able to do that within the time frame allotted. I also spoke to them about their support for responsible legislation on the commercial use of drones. And should any legislation come up this session related to that, as you all know, we operate at low altitudes in and around communities, and these commercial drone operations are now operating in that same interface, and they can have some very real impacts on the manner in which we are operating our aircraft. So responsible legislation is something that we are hoping can be achieved as the FAA and the state are continuing to navigate this challenge. And then, of course, continued support overall for our efforts in protecting public health and serving our community. I have not received any follow-up requests or directives from the legislatures in relation to what I presented, so should I receive any, I'll certainly let you all know.
Okay.
Next week, some of our team members will be attending the Florida Mosquito Control Association's annual meeting. This is a valuable professional development opportunity where staff can learn about recent trends in arbovirus activity, new control tools or techniques, and exchange ideas with our peers and colleagues representing other mosquito control programs throughout the state and beyond. Our Research and Surveillance Director, Mr. Prasaskis, and I will be presenting on behalf of the district, highlighting our ongoing work and contributions in the field next week. We are also in the process of finalizing PCMCD's annual report as required by statute, which will provide a summary of our accomplishments, our performance measures, and key highlights from the 2024-2025 fiscal year. The report will be completed and posted to the district's website by December 1st, ensuring that transparency and accountability in how we measure progress towards those performance goals and measures that we set up in the strategic plan for that fiscal year. Once complete, I'll distribute that to the board and our community partners once it's ready for dissemination. Employee recognition. The month of October, we had several residents write in or contact the district about recognition of and highlighting district staff, as well as some internal peer-to-peer recognition as well. So I do want to highlight some of that. One of our mosquito techs, Dan Barber, was recognized by a citizen stating that they were very happy with Dan's services while conducting home site inspection. He provided great information on how to prevent mosquito activity on his property. We had an employee from the SHINE, Serving Health Insurance Needs of Elders program, emailed Chairman Abbott to inform that she had nothing but praise for the individual attention that she received at her home in the last year. One of our inspectors responded to her request within under 24 hours to her residence. During the walkthrough, bromeliads were noticed in the front yard, and they were treated, and they all removed them the next day to resolve the problem. She understands the disease brought into our neighborhoods by mosquitoes, which explains why she's very upset about the disposal of the Land O'Lakes vacant land earmarked for mosquito services for the next several decades to protect all Pasco County citizens. PCMCD has citizens all across this county that really appreciate the services that each of the district staff bring to them every day since 1951. Leadership Pasco class of 25-26 bus tour emailed Commissioner Cox to inform that they really enjoyed their visit to mosquito control, even though it was hot that day. Please express our appreciation to your team, particularly Adrian and Maria. We look forward to working with them, with all of us again next year.
Yeah, as a follow-up to that, the class is surveyed after every day, you know, for comments. So this stop received the highest score of everything that day.
Wow.
So that's really saying something too, because there's a lot of very interesting stops, you know, and a lot of information that comes out. And I've heard from many of the people that are in the class how much they really enjoyed it. Wish they had a little more time here. So.
We also wish they had a little bit more time, but we crammed a lot of information in a very short period of time, so we appreciate that they were able to add us to the stop each year.
Yeah, that's every stop. I mean, sometimes they don't even stop. They slow down, pull somebody on the bus does a loop around whatever, and then that person gets off. So the fact they actually stopped and they got off the bus was that was a lot for, you know, the first time that they've ever been here. But the good news is it won't be the last time that they've been here.
Well, that's great feedback. I appreciate that.
Yep. It was good. I got to attend it, and Adrian delivered a lot of information very quickly, and then Maria got on the bus and got them all riled up and celebrating for their next stop, so it worked.
All right. Additionally, we had our John Brookfield from the shop is one of the hardest workers I have ever worked with. He's so creative and can make anything we want built a reality. Not only can he complete a task given, he exceeds expectations. If anyone is unaware of his talents, all you have to do is take a walk around the complex. If it's custom built, you probably did it. And that came from one of our team members internally. Two different citizens came to express appreciation for another mosquito tech, Alan Monroe. Citizen called to inform that he came and conducted home inspection. He was very helpful and informative on what was causing mosquitoes on their property. Came back the next day and placed mosquito fish in the ponds, and he was awesome. And a second outreach table at the Wiregrass Candy Crawl and the Wilderness Lake events on October 11th. At both locations, Alan actively engaged with adults and provided fun educational information to children about the mosquito life cycle. And this was his second and third special events, and he did an outstanding job. That came from internally, from peer-to-peer. And lastly, another employee reported while the outreach department was out in the community, mentioned that they worked for Pasco County Mosquito Control District, and immediately residents responded, "Please let everyone know how much we appreciate all that you do." So, just continuing to share some of the positive feedback that we receive, both internally and externally, about the great work that our dedicated team is doing out there every day. And I don't know if I have another slide on this. You can advance for me. Okay. And even though we're seeing unseasonably cold weather right now this morning, and I had 30 degrees at my house when I got up, it's important to remember that the large temperature swings that we have here in Central Florida throughout the day. I mean, later this afternoon it will be up in the mid-60s. It's well enough. It's high enough for mosquitoes to remain active and thrive. So just because we have cold weather does not mean that the mosquitoes are going away. Mosquitoes require several consecutive weeks of sustained temperatures below 50 degrees. So it has to be below 50 all day, every day, for several weeks to really make an impact on mosquito populations and the presence. And so now,
that happen in Pasco, doesn't it?
That does not happen here. It's very, very rare that we have sustained temperatures below 50 for a couple of weeks. And so these few cold mornings that we have will not make a measurable impact. They may slow down the mosquito life cycle, but they don't go away. And so now is not the time to let your guard down. We still have arbovirus transmission detections that are ongoing in our sentinel chickens that Agna will cover here in a moment, and we will continue our surveillance and control operations as we need to, and just don't think that the mosquitoes are going away just because we had a 30-degree morning. That concludes everything I've got for district operations.
Okay, Maria, outreach and education. You covered both of them today?
Yes.
Okay.
I am, sir.
The floor is yours.
Good morning, Commissioners, Executive Director. The Outreach Department plays a key role in our mosquito management program by educating the public, engaging with the Pasco community, and promoting prevention efforts. Through education, we raise awareness and encourage active participation in mosquito control measures that help protect people, pets, and the environment. So for our highlights, here in October, I attended the Miracle Place Pasco dedication and ribbon cutting at Metropolitan Ministries. For those of you that don't know about Metropolitan Ministries, with the increasing needs of struggling families and individuals, Metropolitan Ministries in Pasco County expanded their campus in Holiday to bring even more life-changing programs and services to Pasco. They have 24 additional new units for new residential housing, a new early childhood education center, and a new family support center to meet the needs of our community. So I attended along with many other dignitaries in our community, and many of the community attended as well. That was a very special event. October, we also had a tour here at Mosquito Control. I do ask some of, or the attendees to kind of give me a little bit of a synopsis of what they felt they got from the tour. And one of the ladies stated the material is very engaging, and I had no idea these little buggers were so complex. Take the tour and you'll find it a lot more for yourself. I highly recommend it. I also attended with Commissioner Cox, one of the Chamber Young Professional Group Connections. Commissioner Cox outlined public service for the young professionals, and also highlighted Pasco County Mosquito Control District, so I was honored to attend with you, Commissioner Cox. Our community involvement remains strong as we...
Made me wear a costume. It was,
Yes, I brought him a mosquito.
it was Halloween.
There he
She made me
is.
wear it.
There he is, right there.
That was a
We had our little mosquito outfits on. Our community involvement remains strong as we continue outreach through various events in our 2-day school programs. We are also proud to participate in the Great American Teach-In at 9 schools this year. We also prioritize each month building connections with Pasco County residents through a variety of networking and speaking events, recognizing that strong community engagement is vital to effective mosquito control. And we have an upcoming tour on December 3rd. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions?
Good job as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And though I covered district ops already, I would like to circle back. I did have one item we added at the last minute, and I forgot to actually put it in my agenda. So we have talked at previous meeting about looking at options for digitizing the check process. So I do have, the team has been working on a solution through Smartsheets that we already have. You may have received an email, I sent a text out to you all, but you may have received an email last week while we were testing the process.
Yep.
From Smartsheets. If you didn't, that's fine, but we'll go ahead and explain the process that could be a potential solution for us. So I will turn it over to Jose now, and I do have a printout of what the screen that he'll reference might look like.
So each one of you should have a printout of that screen. And the process is, again, to minimize paper and to streamline the process, eliminating the need for the commissioners to come into the district, unless they want to, of course. The idea is that once the checks or the AP for the week are selected to be paid, the commissioner who is in charge of signing for that month will receive a link. Once you click on that link, this is a small sample of what that link will pop up, and then on each line item is the attachment that you have on the printed side. It's just attached electronically. Once you look at it and you approve, you reply to the email yes. We would upload your signature into QuickBooks, so we don't have to have a physical signature anymore. It will just print with the check. So that is the proposed process.
So you're bringing us into the 21st century, is that what you're saying?
We're trying, slowly trying to, yes.
Step by step, we're getting there.
Don't you love it?
Not yes.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
I think it's great.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Yeah, finally putting away the chisel and the stone.
So if no one has any objection to this, we'll continue moving this process forward. I want to thank Lindsay and Jose for their time in trying to find a suitable way to get, to achieve this. As far as capturing the actual digital signature, we'll get more information to the commissioners as we move along.
Correct, so the way it would work is they'll have to have a live signature, and then I scan it and upload it into QuickBooks, and it'll stay there for however long we have it there.
So we don't even need the auto pen, it's just there.
Correct, it'll be printed on the checks.
But it will not be used unless you give approval in writing via
Good.
email,
Correct, so
stating
that,
that you reviewed and you give us the approval to use your signature. So, just so we're clear, we're not just going to be using your signature, your digital signatures for anything. We will wait for you to respond back saying you approve of the use of it.
Okay, and you mentioned previously that you were looking at the frequency of payment to vendors. Is that going to be modified?
Yes, so along with putting this digital process, that's you, Chairman,
That's me?
digital process in place, we will also be moving to every other week check signing, so every 2 weeks, instead of every week,
Every 2 weeks?
every 2 weeks.
Okay.
You gonna cut our pay?
You get paid?
He will.
So, yes, green light, continue to move forward?
That was funny.
Yes, absolutely. 2 thumbs up.
All right, wonderful,
Okay,
thank
so
you.
then with that, we'll start to implement the process the first week of December, if that's okay with the board.
This is my month, though. Why don't you do it now?
We can, but let's just make sure we work on the kinks.
Oh,
We don't wanna
sounds
rush
good.
it.
Randy, you'll be here twice a week like you normally are. That's okay.
And that is all I have, thank you.
Okay. Good. Progression, that's great. Good, the order. What do you have today, Randy?
We have safety and arborvirus.
We do, that's right, and she's with us today.
Yes.
I didn't mean to skip you.
Oh, that's
You
okay.
get double time.
Good morning. So I'm just gonna go over the West Nile virus activity for Florida as a whole in 2025. That included 6 symptomatic humans, 7 asymptomatic blood donors, 1 horse, 1 duck, and 326 sentinel chickens, 26 of which were in Pasco County. St. Louis encephalitis virus activity included 4 sentinel chickens throughout Florida, none in Pasco. Eastern equine encephalitis virus, there were 9 horses, 2 emus, 1 emu flock, 1 goat, and 54 sentinel chickens throughout Florida, including 1 sentinel chicken in Pasco. For dengue, that was travel related, there were 339 cases throughout Florida in 2025 and 1 case in Pasco. Local cases, there were 56 cases throughout Florida and 4 mosquito pools, and 1 of those cases was in Pasco in July. Chikungunya, travel related, there were 59 cases in Florida, none in Pasco. And malaria, travel related, there were 43 cases and 1 case in Pasco back in August, travel related. Alachua, Bay, Clay, Duval, Hernando, Hillsborough, Lafayette, Leon, Palm Beach, Pasco, and Pinellas are under a mosquito-borne illness advisory. Brevard, Escambia, Miami-Dade are under mosquito-borne illness alert. And we are currently responding to 2 Department of Health cases, 1 positive chikungunya, that was positive via commercial testing, so it's not reported by the state yet, and 1 suspect travel dengue.
Good. Thank you.
You all wrapped up?
All right.
Okay, well, you're concise. Thank you. Okay, good of the order. Randy, do you have anything for us today?
I just want to thank everyone for their efforts, and I think the new check policy will be great. Are you the one for December assigned for Matt for signing checks?
Oh, I don't know.
Who's it for December?
I'll have to look.
Yeah, we have to
Oh,
look
okay.
down there. Who signed last month?
I guess I'm not the guinea
It's you.
pig.
I think it's you.
I'm January.
It's me.
I think it's you.
It's you?
Oh, boy.
Bring it on. I think you'll like
More
it.
people.
No, I think everything that we're doing has been great. I can't believe it's been 4 years for those helicopters already. That's amazing. We've come a long ways. Thanks to you guys and getting the word out and all you guys do to keep us safe. I appreciate it. Looking forward to 2026.
How about you, Commissioner Cox? Anything?
Bob, just want to say thank you for Adrian for speaking at the legislative delegation. I was very upset that my calendar didn't permit me to be there for that meeting. But thank you for representing the district there, and glad to hear that that local bill is moving forward, to correct some items. And I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. It's hard to believe that it's Thanksgiving time, but,
Yeah.
very thankful for everything y'all do.
Me too. And just a few comments, reflection over the last couple of decades. I will say that our best investments we've made here is in our people, in our staff. So that's really been good. It's turned out very well, as we see from the results now. The second best investment we made was in helicopters. When did we buy those again, in 2021, you said?
Yeah, correct.
Jose, and when's the payoff on them?
The current payoff is $4,300,000. Oh, when it would be February 1st of 30 would be the last pay.
Okay. And what's the interest rate?
1.599.
What did you say again?
1.599.
Really? Oh, that was really good. So with the fixed cost that we have on that and replacing that, that was hands down the best investment we made in tools, ever here. So it's really been good for all, and as we can see with what's going on today, having that fixed cost maintenance program is also working in our favor. So good stuff, and I know some of the other districts across the state made that similar investment, and it's paying off for them too. So nice to have some great tools and great people. Upcoming meetings we got is December the 16th will be the monthly board meeting. We went over next year's schedule. So January 21st will be the first board meeting, and Randy will be our new leader then, right, Randy?
Yes.
Okay, good answer.
I think it's Michael.
I think it's Michael.
Weren't you last year? You weren't?
Michael was.
The chairman?
I wasn't last year.
Oh, I thought you were.
Time
You were
flies.
chairman when I was here.
I don't know. I mean, I
No, yeah,
just
Randy,
do it when
Randy,
he
you
tells
were
me.
chairman last
I
year.
don't know.
Well,
Should we bring it to a vote?
we'll
If
go
it's a
back and look at
rotation,
the
I,
meeting
yeah.
minutes.
I think,
Is it Michael?
I think you were chairman when I started here, so,
Okay,
yeah,
whatever.
we'll confirm, yes.
Okay,
I'm more than happy to let you be the
Hey,
chairman.
whoever gets the short straw, you're it.
Probably everybody else would be happy too.
all right, Adrian already covered the events coming up, so we'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
All in favor, motion carries unanimously. Meeting closed.
Thank you.